Last week we looked at the basic problem with Think, Refresh, Renewal, and that is that you've lost access to your creative genius. And we covered that you can reconnect to your creative genius and become adaptable and able to make refresh and renewal easy. Today we'll look at why you've lost this creative genius. Now, the obvious problem that everyone points to is school. We're taught to conform and learn the same things. Dr. Ken Robinson laid out in his 2006 TED Talk how traditional education practices crush students' innate creative talents, and it's become the most watched TED Talk in history. George Land himself gave a TED Talk in which he deepened the argument, showing how traditional education teaches us to criticize our ideas before they're even out of our mouths. Now, you need to let your ideas grow and flourish without judgment. That's how small children do it, until we teach them otherwise. And by the way, this also includes your ideas about you. The second problem is society itself. Schools, after all, were formed to serve society. And society, too, has always preferred us to conform, to do things the way that they were best done previously. The best way to solve a problem has usually been to solve it the way it was solved before. This has changed, at least in business, but our system and beliefs haven't caught up. I believe, however, the real problem is a third S, school and society. The third S is self. We have been taught to form a distinct personality, and that believing in that personality and sticking with it is the best way to win in life. Do you see how that gets in the way of adapting? We're actually addicted to how we see the world and who we see ourselves as in it. I like to say that if a toddler had the mind of an adult, she would never learn to walk. She would fall down a few times and decide, hey, this isn't for me. Other kids can do this, but I'm not really good at it. That's how we approach most of life. What we've learned about ourselves is what we stick with. To change, we think we have to work hard, study hard, put in a lot of effort just to change a little. But actually, we can innovate ourselves as simply as a child learns to walk or talk. Those are the biggest changes we ever make in our lives. And it's not easy, but we do them automatically. Almost every one of us learns to do it. And next week, we'll start to look at how to innovate ourselves. Or, if you're a coach, how to innovate your clients. New thoughts, new actions. Swift, relatively easy. Meanwhile, find out more about this and other things at our website, or reach out to me directly on LinkedIn. See you next week.